Before we start this video, I want to give a big shout out to my KOG members of the month, Ryan McDonough, Blue Cat, and Run2127. You guys are all awesome, just saying. If you want your name here, consider hitting that join button for exclusive channel benefits. How's it going, guys? RNG Life here, and today we're taking a look at the new leaked mini box called Arena of Sanctuary. I was gonna do this on stream on Friday, but hey man, I hadn't slept in over 24 hours, and I literally, right before the stream, I passed out. Sorry about that for not streaming on Friday. I was dead tired. But yeah, now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about the new cards in this box. This new mini box is bringing a lot of really interesting support, because it doesn't feel like it's all like one thing. It feels like it's support for a lot of general decks. This is a kind of a box that is meant to upgrade a lot of different decks and make them all feel a little bit stronger, which I think is pretty nice. Now, if you guys are thinking, should I pull from this box? I mean, let me direct you to Karma Cut over here, which means yes, you're gonna have to pull from this, because Karma Cut is a staple right now. It is a really, really good card, and you're just gonna probably want to go for Karma Cut, implying you don't already have them from the selection box. We're taking a look at the first ones we got. Of course, the main box card, the main art, is this thing over here, Trishula, the Dragon of Icy Imprisonment, which is weird, which is interesting, because we don't have Trishula in the game. So this is our first version of Trishula that we're getting. But to start off, it's a level 9 water big boy monster, 2700 attack, that has its condition for its fusion is you need 3 monsters with different names. You know how crazy that is? You can run this in almost any deck. So this is going to be one of those cards that if you want to make a fusion deck, you literally just get 3 monsters with different names. It doesn't sound too difficult to make, so I think that just that is already pretty cool, because it's like, oh man, the only downside is you have to get rid of 4 cards to make this thing. One of them being the polymerization and then the 3 monsters, but it does have a second like another effect or whatever. So let's actually read it before we make too many assumptions. So it does say, must first be either fusion summoned using only monsters in your hand and or field, meaning you cannot use grave stuff. That they're trying to make it not as easy to summon this card. They're like, no, we don't want you cheesing this guy out. Or you can special summon from the extra deck, of course, by banishing the above cards you control, the 3 monsters, they're with different names, and you do not use polymerization in that case, which it could contact fuse any point in which you can have 3 different monsters with 3 different names in any possible deck. You can summon a Trishula out of nowhere, which is kind of insane. That's pretty crazy. I think this card would be a really, really interesting prismatic to get, because you can probably splash it in any deck, and just to have it in a prismatic deck would be pretty cool. But don't worry about it. Subscribe for the prismatic tournaments and whatever. But yeah, let's see what else we can get with this card. It says, if this card was special summoned using only monsters that were originally dragons, by the way. So it's super easy to summon, 2700 beater. That's pretty much the general effect. But if you're using a deck that's only dragons, it does this. It says you can reveal and banish 3 cards, 1 from your deck, 1 from the top of your opponent's deck, and 1 from their extra deck. And you can only use this effect of this monster once per turn. So if you're using only dragons, it unlocks its true potential. You got 1 from yours, 1 from your opponent's, and 1 from their extra deck, which is the crazy part. Because if you banish from their extra deck and hit something important, I don't know, dude. I really don't know how that works, because I'm not sure if extra decks are shuffled. So if it just banishes the top card of their extra deck, then holy crap, dude, that's kind of insane. Dude, Trishula's a little bit crazy. So if you're running in a full dragon deck, then there you go. Trishula looking kind of spicy. I think this card is really, really interesting. So moving on. Let's start with this guy over here. We got Katakuri Bonds. We got Kunamzan. There you go. So this is an Earth level 5. Pretty cool. It's you got your Karakuri support. So what makes this card a UR? What makes this card so good? This card says it must attack if able. That's what all Katakuri have. This card is targeted for an attack. Change the battle position of this card. Of course, yeah, standard. Pretty standard. But it's still a level 5. What do you got? What do you got for us? If this card is in your hand, you can target 1 Katakuri monster you control, change its battle position, and if you do special summon this card as a tuner. Also, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of this turn, except Earth Machine monsters. So yeah, and then this guy's a once per turn. So basically it's a special summonable level 5 tuner. So that's pretty nice, meaning you're just gonna have a monster, normal summon, whatever, like, I don't know, bring out any other Katakuri monster. Oh, hey, Kunamzan over here, special summon, a level 5. Now you can synchro into a pretty much whatever you want. It's gotta be an earth or machine type though. So I think this card is pretty cool. I really like it. But yeah, and then we got the Valkyrie, the introduction of Valkyries to Duel Links. Now, Valkyrie Brunhild is over here, and she's pretty strong. She's pretty good. She has the effect that says she's unaffected by your opponent's spell effects, gains 500 attack for each monster your opponent controls. Pretty okay to be unaffected by spells, but in this meta, everyone's running like Karma Cut and the trap cards that just target and destroy your thing or banish your thing. So I don't know how good that's going to be, but pretty cool to be unaffected by opponent's spells. I think that's not bad. So at least they can't econ you, they can't do something like that, right? But yeah, it also says that it gains the 500 attack boost. This reminds me of Koga, the hero, the mask hero guy. So that kind of reminds me of him. So she can have a 1500 boost if your opponent's field is like completely full. If they have no monsters, she's an 1800 beater. But she has another really good effect that says when an opponent's monster declares an attack, you can have this card lose exactly 1000 defense. And if you do, Valkyrie monsters cannot be destroyed by battle this turn, which I think is really interesting. And I feel like it gives kind of like a nod to Amazonis Queen. When she's on the field, basically, you're not killing any Amazonis monster by battle because she doesn't let them die. So that is kind of interesting. I think she kind of gives off that vibe. So right off the bat, I'm just like, okay, well, this is going to be a very like annoying card to get rid of. You're going to have to pretty much kill it with the Karma Cut, with a Raigeki Break or something. But also, she's unaffected by spells. So pretty cool. Those are the URs for this. Let's go over the SRs right now. We got Arcana Force EX, the Dark Ruler. This kind of came out of left field. I didn't expect to get an Arcana Force EX monster out of nowhere, dude. I really didn't, because yeah, I wasn't expecting this. But this is a level 10 light, dude. It's missing it right in time for the tournament, dude. I actually don't know when this box is coming out. You'll get the announcement eventually, so maybe by the time the video goes up. But yeah, it says it cannot be normal summoner set, must be special summoned from your hand by sending 3 monsters you control to the graveyard, and cannot be special summoned by other ways. So it's kind of like the other one, the Light Ruler. They both feel pretty similar. When this card is special summoned, toss a coin and gain the appropriate effect. Hence, this card can make a second attack during each battle phase. But if it does so using this effect, change it to defense at the end of the battle phase. Its battle position cannot be changed until the end of your next turn. So it's pretty cool because you have a 4000 large lad who's able to attack twice, which is pretty crazy. And he could just make a second attack during each battle phase, by the way. If you really think about that, you know how crazy that is? You have 8000 attack on board. This guy can actually take someone out in the actual TCG. So Dark Ruler is looking pretty spicy, pretty huge. And his only downside is he goes to defense and then you can't touch him for like a full turn. So that's not too bad, I guess. Also, he's 4000 defense. What are they going to really do to him? If they're going to Karma Cut him, they're going to Karma Cut him. But yeah, we'll see. Tails effect, though. If this card is destroyed, destroy all cards on the field, by the way. Holy crap, that's another crazy ability. So if he lands on Tails, they're like, oh, now I can't, like, Raigeki Break. If he gets destroyed, he nukes the board, and that's really crazy. So, pretty cool big boss monster out of nowhere for Arcana Force. Or literally, you could run him in any deck, but he's cool. I like him. Next up, we got Nova Summoner. Didn't expect to get this either. Dude, these cards are all out of, like, they're just out of nowhere, but I guess he can technically support Valkyries, so sure. But when this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the grave, you can special summon a light fairy monster with 1500 or less attack. From the deck, if Sanctuary of the Sky is on the field, you can summon Air Knight Parshath for some reason, but cool. So Nova Summoners here basically just probably summon like her or something, because if she's special summoned, you get to special summon a Valkyrie from the deck. That's pretty much the whole play, and her name is Valkyrie Sexte. So yeah, that's their little combo. Also, I think she can mill your opponent's deck for top 2 cards. So Valkyrie's looking pretty interesting, but she's definitely feels like an extender because you're going to be using the effect of Valkyrie Sigurun over here, because this card says, if this card is in your hand, you can target one face-up spell and trap you control, send it to the grave and special summon this card. If this card is normal or special, you can special summon one level 8 or lower Valkyrie from your hand or graveyard, and you can only use your effect once. So, you know, once per turn at least. So, pretty good because it means if you have your little, like, small lolly girl in the grave, revive her and get a free special summon with her ability, because she literally summons a Valkyrie from the deck if she's special summon, and you can summon Brunhild. So I see that 3 combo, and that's why I'm saying she's like an extender. She's like an extra combo piece to connect this one to this one if you don't have this one in your hand. So that's the play. But one card I really need to talk about, Trishula Sphinx. Kind of insane that we're getting this, because Trishula are already really annoying to deal with. Trishula are like this deck that even without this card, they're a really solid deck. They're really good. They're a big brain deck. You just gotta know all the combos. You gotta know how you're gonna make all your plays. Cannot be normal summoner set, must be special summon with the effect of a Trishula card. And cannot be special summoned by other ways. It says, if a face-up Trishula card you control, cards you control except Trishula Sphinx is destroyed by battle or card effect. So this says Trishula cards. So it doesn't mean it has to be a monster. It could be one of your field spells. It could be one of your back row or something. What is it? What is it? A Trishula trap card? Yeah, that's a thing. So this says that if that happens, you can special summon this card from your hand, which is already insane. So it's like, oh, you thought you were gonna beat me and actually attack over my monsters and kill them? No, I get a free boss monster now, and this thing is huge. And I mean it when I say huge. It is a 2500. Big stat line on this boy. Also, once it's summoned, when it's on the field, it has another thing. It says, while you control another Trishula card, this card gains 500 attack and defense for each field spell card with a different name in your graveyard. Oh, also monsters your opponent controls cannot attack anything except this card. So they can't attack other Trishula, I believe. Cannot attack except to yeah, they literally have to. This is a lightning rod of battle. So you're gonna have this super large wall with huge stats, because I've seen Trishula put like 9 field spells in their grave. This thing is gonna be so large. 500 attack for each, implying that you have a second one, which, so what? They can't do anything. They're gonna have to kill one of your other cards with a Karma Cut, with anything, just to be able to like do this, and then you have your field spells to protect you. Oh man, this Trishula Sphinx is gonna be crazy. Trishula are coming back. I'm guaranteeing that. Exploder Dragonwing. Exploder Dragonwing is a pretty cool card, I guess. The only thing that makes this guy not cool is the fact that he is a dragon support card. You need just one tuner and a non-tuner dragon. So that's how you summon him. Cool. But he does have a pretty cool effect. He feels kind of like a Catastor, because it says at the start of the damage step, if this card battles a monster, you can destroy that monster, and if you do, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the attack of that monster it had on the field, which is insane. That's huge. So, cool. I mean, it can kill stuff, not bad, but it can't kill anything, because it says this card's attack must be greater or equal to the attack that monster had to activate and resolve the effect. So, basically, this is a 2400 beater, so anything it attacks 2400 or less is basically immediately dead in damage step, or like right before damage step, so they don't take damage from the actual damage calc or whatever. So he attacks over something and you're immediately gonna burn them, and that's kind of crazy. Exploder Dragonwing is pretty cool, just deal extra damage, so not bad. Next up we got Combination Attack, which is a card that is literally just an OTK card. And I think the only thing I can think of that would pretty much work with this, that's relevant in Duel Links in any way, is the Machina Fortress and his little Union boy, the 1800. This is going to be perfect in that deck, because what this says is during a battle phase, you can use this effect on one monster that has attacked this turn and is equipped with a Union monster. Change the Union monster back into a monster in attack or defense position. Also, the monster that was equipped with the Union may attack again this turn. Which, I mean, if you're using it aggressively, you got Machina Fortress. This big boy has his little lad equipped, which I think protects him from destruction once. So, you're able to attack for 2500. Attacking, activate combination attack, literally special summon or summon this 1800 monster. Now, if there's any condition or ruling or game state, whatever, that says that 1800 cannot attack, then cool. But from what I can see, that thing is going to be able to attack as well. So you got 1800 attacking, and your 2500 can attack again. I believe he's 25. He might be like 20 something else. You might be. From what I remember, I think he was 25. So this is 100% going to be an OTK card in that deck. We're trying to speed things up, so let's move on to the next card. Combination Attack, pretty cool, just to make more OTK decks. Scrapyard is a very simple card. It says add 1 Scrap Tuner from the deck to your hand. Very simple, very easy. If you're playing scraps, you can basically play a 17 card deck, because this card, when you draw it, it's the tuner. So not bad. And it's also a really cool card because the tuner that I like to run, if I ever make a weird deck that I just want to try to synchro in, I throw Scrap Goblin in, because Scrap Goblin is the one that can't be destroyed once, I think. So he gets attacked once when he flips. Oh no, Scrap Goblin blocks, get wrecked. But if they attack him again, he dies or whatever. So he's a really, really good tuner to just kind of like save you for that one turn. So Scrapyard over here can literally search it, and that makes it pretty good. Now we got Karakuri Cash in as the next card. This card is also looking pretty spicy. I'm going to go ahead and abbreviate the effect of this card that says you basically have the effect that when you activate this, you target a Karakuri monster, switch its battle position, and then you can target one of your opponent's monsters and pretty much negate their effect for that turn, which is pretty cool. It can be really, really strong in depending on what deck you're going up against. But like, let's say you're playing against Witchcrafters. Oh no, you're Madame Berry. She's negated now. Get absolutely wrecked, and that would suck. Also, it has a second effect, and it's a grave effect. It says if you control a Katakuri monster, you can banish this card from the grave, then target one face-up monster on the field, change that monster's battle position, and this card is a once per turn. So, you know what's beautiful about the second effect? Karakuri really like to change their monsters from attack to defense. Pretty much the whole deck benefits from switching your positions. So you can do that. You can use it on your own monsters so you can get more counters and possibly draw, do more things. Or you can switch your opponent's monster to defense or something, or attack, and then they are in an unfavorable position. So that's really, really interesting. Once again, bringing it right back to Madame Berry. Put her in attack position. They have low amount of cards in hand. Oh yeah, it looks like you're going to possibly be able to get over her. Especially, I mean, if you're going to be making like a Samurai Destroyer or something, which you know this deck could possibly make. And then, of course, Karma Cut, which everybody knows Karma Cut. It's a really, really good card. Discard a card, target a monster, banish that thing, dude. Gone. And then I think you banish another thing, right? Banish that target, then banish all cards with the same name as that monster in your opponent's grave. That's extra effect. Don't worry about that. You're basically going to use it to banish a monster from your opponent's that they have. So, pretty cool. I think Karma Cut is just the reason people are going to go into this. So, if you want to go into this box, you're going to go get Karma Cut. That's your first priority. If you want to play Valkyries, well, GG. There you go. Dude, Sphinx is ultimate power for these Triamids. Oh my goodness, that's kind of crazy. We got some general big boss monsters, adding OTK to this other deck. Dude, it's literally powering up so many different decks. And then just extra stuff. Yeah, they got other stuff. I don't really want to talk about everything, but I do want to bring to attention the fact that we have Spirit of the Pot of Greed and we have Avatar of the Pot. By the way, why do they keep adding these cards that we can't play them? I don't know. It makes me kind of feel like maybe in the future they could now hear me out. This could be a fun thing that they can implement. They can have like a rotating limited to one staple card where they put like what Monster Reborn, they put Pot of Greed, Raigeki, and I don't know, I guess Harpy's Feather Duster or something. They put all these cards like actually just banned on the ban list, and they give us one copy of each card. And every like month or so that it would like rotate and one of those cards would be legal and only one of them would be playable at one. I think that would be pretty interesting for the game because everybody's like, okay, let me put Pot of Greed in my deck, dude. I don't know, I think that'd be really, really cool, and there would be a reason for us having these. But aside from that, I feel like it's just a huge troll. They're like, oh yeah, have fun playing Pot of Greed with that one Jaden skill or with a little item. You can add a random card to your hand. You add like Raigeki, Monster Reborn, Pot of Greed, those kind of things, which you're just like, why? But you can't use them in ranked, so I don't know. But I think that's interesting. I think that's pretty much it, though. We're gonna have Trick Stars in here, by the way, which is another thing I wanted to bring up. Trick Stars are probably gonna be a free-to-play thing, which is kind of insane. But yeah, let me know what you guys are most hyped for in this mini box. Also, the fact that it's a mini box means it might be easy to get your cards, so not bad. But whatever, let me know what you guys think about this box. And if you guys are going to be going into it. But whatever, that's pretty much that. And if you guys enjoyed, go and leave a like, share, and subscribe for more dueling shenanigans. But anyway, thank you guys for watching today. Have a great day, and see you guys.